Um, Obviously, offensively, we're a work in progress. That's 2 games in a row with 20 turnovers, and that's not good. The field goal percentage offense, I'm okay with that. But it's 2 games in a row. We can't get lined up the right way, and we just turn the ball over, and that's a recipe for major problems. The one good thing, other than winning, that I take from today's game is that even though we couldn't get lined up and we couldn't make a shot, we rebounded the ball, and it never took away the steam with the effort and discipline that we played defense. So in the past, that's been a problem for us. When we have bad dry spells, we miss dinks, we stop rebounding, and then it takes away our energy defensively. That didn't happen today. And we got to the free throw line, which is as poorly as I thought we played on offense, it was good to see us get to the foul line.
Frank, you have mentioned defensive rebounding the past few games. Just what was the emphasis in practice, and how did you get through to them, especially going against a guy like Saiz, who was leading the league in rebounding?
We practice it every day, and we show film. And, eventually as a player, you get tired of seeing yourself on the film getting out of the way. So, it's Mike was active today. Mike started the game active on the glass. So that was good to see. Obviously, Chris didn't get in foul trouble, so he impacted the game in a positive way. It's our first-year guys, though. They've got it. I understand they're freshmen. I get it. That's why 3 years ago we couldn't win because we had nothing but freshmen. But they've got to be able to help us. And I didn't think we got any. I didn't think we got good minutes from any of our freshmen, not just freshmen, first-year guys. I don't think any of them really played well today. And I got to go home and watch the film. But that's what my mind and my eyes are telling me right now. But we rebound every day. Every day. There's not a day in practice that we don't do it as a drill, and that we don't just harp on it every single possession of live drills. It's hopefully we can build on that and rebound it, well moving forward here.
Coach, I know you talk about some of the things you want to work on, but one guy who seems to be coming on strong over the last couple of weeks is Silva. He's starting to really feel comfortable down low and embracing the contact and being a real contributor on offense. What do you attribute that to, and how nice is it for you to have at least one guy you can seemingly trust inside?
Yeah, he's growing up. Chris cares. Chris works at it. Chris has an unbelievable enthusiasm every single day. Every single day. I had a conversation with him yesterday, and he said to me, he said, "Coach, I came here because I want to be pushed. So please keep pushing me." That's the kind of kid he is. It's he's very genuine. I need him. And like I tell him, I say, "Chris, it might be unfair, but you need to play better. You need to make better decisions on the court." And I understand sometimes you get to kind of grow up one step at a time, but sometimes life makes you grow up a lot faster than you want to. Well, for this team to be good, we need him to grow up a little faster than the normal pace most guys grow up at. And he's doing it. He's embracing it. And as he continues to stay out of foul trouble and continues to understand what we're doing, I think you're seeing that he can be an unbelievably impactful player. Today, he misses little dinks today from that 12, 15-foot range. He's real good at those, too. So, I got to keep helping him so he eliminates the bad fouls so he can stay on the court.
Frank, you and Andy both learned under Bob Huggins. Would you say the defenses today were kind of a representation of what Huggs teaches?
Yeah, our man-to-man is similar to some of the principles that Huggs teaches, the aggression, and his half-court trap. That's Huggs' old 1990 Cincinnati 2-2-1, just attack you, and he recruits to play that way defensively. If you look at his team, they're all 6'7", and they're all athletic, and they all move, so it makes it even more important that guys get lined up the right way, because if you end up, because you're not lined up the right way, you end up in the wrong place with the ball, they're so long and athletic, it presents a major problem for you offensively. You know, but that's you know, I feel for AK. You know, he's lost some. Obviously, he lost his best player last game out, and he's had a couple guys, you know, that's suspended or something here. So he's very depleted on the front line. But he'll figure it out. I've never been around a human being that figures out a way to stay positive and move on to the next day better than him. He'll figure it out.
Coach, after tonight's game, after out rebounding a team that's one of the best in the conference with Simback, Raw contributing off the bench, the growth of P.J. Dozier and others, how confident are you in this team going forward with Florida and Kentucky next up?
We could play Mighty Mouse and his four cousins on Wednesday, and I'd be worked up. You know, it's just, you know, we practice real hard to make us be the best that we can be. Obviously, in the last, I don't know, what's it been, 15 years? Those have been the two dominant programs in this conference. Is that fair to say? You know, Florida, Kentucky. I mean, Tennessee had a run. Someone else has had a run. But the two teams that have always been in that conversation are those two. You know, we're aware of that. But when next Saturday night hits, we still got to play the following week. It's not like we're going to celebrate if something good happens or go into depression if something good doesn't happen. But it's a good barometer for our basketball team. You know, because we've worked real hard. I say this all the time. Our duty from day one here has not been to knock those people down. Has been to elevate us to be able to compete with those two programs. And so it's going to be a good challenge for us. It's going to be good. You know, it's I know our guys will be excited, but we got to play a lot better. We're playing hard. Our kids' desire is not a problem. Our inability to play offense the right way the last two games is a problem. We've got to fix that.
Coach, I asked PJ about this. I'll ask you this as well. I mean, how important is it for you to kind of maintain that intensity like you always do, even when your team's up by 25, to kind of stress, especially to the younger guys, you can't take your foot off the gas pedal at any point because any team's capable of making a run back in it.
You play when they go like this, it's 40 minutes. If I show up and I did my job 9 out of 10 days, not all 10 days, I think Ray Tanner, who, by the way, is the best athletic director I have ever been around. As a human being, as a boss, he is ridiculous how good it is to work for someone like him. But if I only work 9 out of 10 days, he's eventually going to call me in his office and say, hey, Frank, I love you, but I'm the best because I tell you the truth, which is what's awesome about him. If you don't start doing your job all 10 days, you and me are going to end up having a problem. The game goes up, it's 40 minutes. You don't play 36, you don't play 35, you don't play the score, you play the minutes. We got some immature guys, and I'm not using the word immature in a negative way, using immature lack of experience. They need to understand that. They need to comprehend that. And that's unfortunate. I'm telling you, the one good thing I took from today is that we guarded with the same desire and energy and spirit, even though we shot 30. What we shot in the first half? 20% from the field, 29% from the field. You know, field goal percentage offense. You're going to have days where the ball doesn't go in. It cannot impact the enthusiasm and desire that you play with defensively, and it didn't. That was good to see.
Two wins with poor offense both games. Does that just show how important experience is to this team, that you can grind through those two games even when you're not playing your best?
Yeah, the season's long. The season's long, and in conference play, scoring gets really hard. Today was a half-court game. You know, neither team, even though there were a lot of turnovers, neither team was ever able to get up and down and get in the open court and make it faster. It was a slow game. So that means when it's a slow game, you have to score through defenses. You don't get opportunities with, you know, advantages, 3-on-2s, 4-on-3s, 4-on-2s. Those that weren't there for either team today. We've got to do better on offense. You know, if like this coming week, if we want to compete with the two top programs in this league year in and year out, we have to play better on offense. We can playing hard saves you from bad shooting nights. To be able to win and win at a high level, you have to be able to line up and you have to be able to make shots. But I'm just telling you, it's good to see. I said this last game, I'm going to say it again. I'd rather, quote Jim Herrick, I'd rather be up than down, I'd rather have the ball than not, and I'd rather win than lose. So when you win, you can coach them a little harder. You can make them understand some things a little clearer. When you lose, you're trying to make sure that you don't pollute their minds. We have to make sure that we do things the right way and clear some things up. We have to play better on offense. Absolutely have to. We're 2 weeks into a long conference season. We've got to make sure that offensively we get better.
Can you learn something about your team over these next 2 games, or do you feel like you already know pretty much what they're going to give to you and what you're going to get out of them night in and night out?
Yeah, I feel comfortable with our guys already. I mean, we'll learn some of the things that we do, how it works against these 2 teams in specific. That way, whether we play them again or we meet them later on, if you got to tweak some things and whatever based on what we're trying to do and how they try to attack us, both offensively and defensively. But outside of that, who we are, our personality, that's already there. We've been challenged in non-conference play, and we've answered the bell. Who we are, the desire that we play with, that's been pretty constant. That's who we're going to be, regardless of what the final score of a game is. We just have to, put our big boy pants on and go. And when the week's over, then it's 3 weeks out of a long conference season out of the way. It's real simple. You want to win every game on your schedule. That's why I said the Mighty Mouse and the Four Cousins deal. Whoever's on the schedule, you got to go play well and win. You ask your fans to pay a lot of money to come watch the games, and they're coming. You're not top 20. We're not top 20 in the country in attendance by mistake. Everyone's worked real hard to earn that. So go play the game the right way. Do things the right way. Play with energy that our fans love to watch. Eventually, we're going to make shots. We've made them this year. It's not like we've been a bad shooting team all year. Our problem right now is not shot making. Our problem is our mental preparation to play offense. We got to fix that.
Coach, I know you were wrapped up with the game, but just tonight to have Jory, a team captain, to have that honor and for you guys to be a part of his moment here tonight and honor him, just what was that like maybe for you if you've had a brief moment to kind of just soak in what this probably night meant for him and to have you guys a part of that?
Yeah, we provide the field and the court and the athletic venues to promote our athletes a lot. And because they score 21 points in a game or whatever, they get to sit here and visit with you. They get to go on a court in front of 17,000 people, and that's awesome. They've earned the right for those moments. But what a great opportunity to provide a young man like him that's accomplished so much at such a young age, the same platform, to celebrate his accomplishments, to show our guys, to show everyone in the stands that rather than dwell on something that maybe is not as good as it is for others, that if you dwell on your good rather than dwell on that negative, that you can achieve unbelievable things in life. And he's an inspiration. And standing next to him right before the national anthem and seeing that smile on his face ear to ear, I think that's a moment that hopefully sticks with him for a long time, and very deservedly so for his great accomplishments. He's a star. He's a star, and he shines brighter than most, and he deserved that moment. So he knows that Gamecock Nation really, really appreciates and respects what he's all about. Thank you, guys.